So, folks, last week the Ministry of Education announced that they've made the decision to cancel this year's sitting of the Grade 9 Achievement Test, which led to a few concerns regarding PEP. To explore this subject a little more, Public Relations Officer for the Jamaica Independent Schools Association, Tamara McKenzie, and Dr. Faithlin Wilson, I think is the president of said association. Good morning and welcome to Smile Jamaica to you both.
Good morning, Neville. Thank you for having us.
It's our pleasure.
Morning, Simone. Good
Hi,
morning.
morning.
All right, so the suggestion is that they're not going to do the test and the students will go to a school that's near where they live, which I think in other communities they call that zoning. Dr. Faithlin, you don't agree, or do you agree?
We see some challenges. Both the PEP exams for grades 4 and 5 were postponed. That is not as significant as the GNAT that has been postponed, because the whole arrangement with zoning, even though it's something that we've been discussing for a long time, the concept has never yet been tested in our school system. And the other challenge we have is that there is still not much explanation as to how the process itself will work. So what we are hearing about is the outcome. What we'd like more information on is the process itself.
Okay, so let me ask a question. That begs a question about consultation. I'm gonna get there. But let's talk about GNAT for the folks who don't have the context of what it is, right? So for the folks who don't know about the Grade 9 Achievement Test, in which schools is it administered and what essentially does it do? Tamar, how does it work?
Sure. So the Grade 9 Achievement Test, it's almost like our second chance for our students who would have exited the primary education system. And just to give you a pretext in terms of importance, when this exam was being rebranded, the Honorable Minister at that time, Ruel Reid, had stated that the GNAT exam, he had a press conference with JIS, and he was quoted as saying that it was a very important assessment because it's the only exam that would have allowed the Ministry of Education to access critical performance data of our students, who would then use this opportunity to transition into traditional high schools. So when this exam now is cancelled, that puts these students and their parents at a major disadvantage. So the question that now needs to be answered is, where would we get this performance data? Have the schools been engaged? Have the necessary arrangements been made on the ground? Have the students and the parents been properly informed so we can manage their expectations for the new school year?
So there is a notion that's been introduced by the president of the Jamaica Association of Principals of Secondary Schools, Lynburn Wright, who has blatantly come out and called this move discriminatory, given the demographic of a GNAT student versus a PEP student. He has said that this decision could not have been made regarding PEP. He says, but you can now discriminate and decide that Grade 9 achievement students, who are usually low achieving students, you can place them close to their homes. The nonsense in this is just patent. Do you agree, Dr. Wilson, that there's a level of discrimination? Is this an uptown, downtown, in-town, underserved community versus not, is there that tension?
The tension does exist. I think it is commendable that the conversation is active on the ground. And the Ministry of Education has declared that they are being guided by the council of their psychometricians. I think if the council and the engagement from the psychometricians were to be increased and the data that is used to drive these decisions would be accessible to the internal stakeholders, we would have engagement and we would have buy-in. The challenge is that we are being given information with decisions made with no supporting data, where we as educators are able to understand the rationale. And I think that is where the divide lies.
So I would like to know how we get here. Like, what is there something broken in the system? Is what I want to know, because Acting Chief Education Officer Dr. Troop, she said the measures adopted are similar to those implemented in 2020. So the process is streamlined, carefully planned, and the placement process involves the use of accompanying data. I guess that's what you mentioned, Tamara, that when I don't know what the data is. But it just seems to me like there is no consultation or limited consultation or non-timely consultation with the stakeholders, and that decisions are being made after decisions, or decisions are being conveyed after decisions have been kind of unilaterally made. Are we far off here?
I don't think you are far off. You are actually spot on, because many times we are hearing of these decisions in the media, and we are of the view that there should be greater consultation on the ground before these decisions are made, so that they are not constantly taken us by surprise. And the other element that we are grappling with, where the communication is concerned, is that even after an announcement is made in the media, there is this lag before we can get an explanation. And many times, even it's after we demand it, the communication really needs to be improved significantly. We are dealing with a crisis, persons are anxious, and we are in a knowledge-based society. People want to know, and they want to know immediately, not before. Especially the private school system, where we are very accountable to our parents. Once the news hits the media, we start asking questions to which we do not have answers. We were not a part of the process.
Especially in a year like this.
There's something broken that has to be fixed.
Okay.
Doctor, as Simone said, similar to those implemented in 2020. So there was an issue in 2020 also?
Remember at the start of, go ahead, Doc.
No, you go ahead, Tamara.
Neville, remember that in 2020, our schools were physically closed, which would have impacted the administration of the PEP exams that would have been scheduled for the latter part of that school year. The challenge that we have now is that 14 months and counting into the pandemic, as a system, we have not become better. We have not been engaging our internal stakeholders even more. So if we were to treat now in 2021 similar cases the same way, that is a major problem, because we would continue to have our most vulnerable students left out of the conversation.
Tell me the best way forward.
The way forward has to be with increased effective communication. As Dr. Wilson said, we are in a crisis situation in education, and we have to treat it as such. Communication becomes even more critical at this time. And one of the things that is lacking from this process is actively seeking counsel from the teachers and the principals on the ground. Decisions need to be made around context and or best practices, and not just data, which we don't know how this data is being used. We don't know where it's coming from. As an association, we continue to ask for access to the surveys that have been distributed.
No answers
to date,
yet?
we have not received this.
Okay. So when the ministry says they're going to optimize their placement, you don't know what that means? Don't know what that means?
Yeah. I'm just hearing from a principal who says
I
no
didn't
one
get that.
meets with us, even with the summer school. We know nothing. Hopefully it will work out for the kids' sake, because we want the best for them, don't we?
Yes,
We do.
All right. Thank you so much to you both. Stay safe. God bless you both, and hopefully things will work out. All right?
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, man.
Thank you, Neville and Simone.
Take
Yeah, man.
care.
Take care.
Thanks,
From the
ladies.
Jamaica Independent Schools Association President, Dr. Faithlin Wilson, and Public Relations Officer, Tamar
It's a tough year.
Mackenzie.
It's a tough year for education. It's a
Yeah.
tough,
So
tough,
the grade 9 students would, they go what? Because grade 9 is third form.
Right. But you would leave where you are and
Like the-
matriculate
yeah.
to the more.
Right.
What did she say?
I think they said
Streamlined
55
traditional
schools.
high
Yeah, they
school.
said 55 schools will accept grade 9 students. Boy, I don't know if it's the pandemic caused this or this
Oh,
was
sure,
this was wrong in the first place
No,
or
well,
something
the
like
pandemic for sure has thrown a monkey wrench into
that.
everything.
Yep.
But that's not to say that there's not a way where
Yeah,
it
man.
can be sorted.
Yeah.
Every sector has had to rejig, recalibrate to find a way to make the sector work. But boy,
Yeah. And it's good to see the students because remember 11, 12, and 13 grade students are at school. Good to see them on the street wearing the masks. And well, you kind of can't keep them apart still, but hopefully it will work. We'll soon come
Trying.
back. Stay with us, please.